up.
5 o'clock, let's all rise. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming to tonight's meeting. It's greatly appreciated. Just so everybody knows, our meetings are recorded, will be recorded, every meeting, all meetings. That being said, let's start out with the budget adoption hearing. It's now opened up, budget adoption hearing. Angie.
In front of you is Ordinance 2025-11 adopting the 2026 budget presented to you on the September 16th meeting? September 16th Town Council regular meeting. Because there has been no suggested changes and no requests from the community, we are ready for adoption.
We appreciate your work on that.
This is the second reading of
Yes.
just making sure it's public.
Guys, anybody in the audience, anybody up on console, questions, concerns, other than maintenance budget?
She did ask me if I did she on the budget?
No, we didn't. Hearing nothing said, I'd entertain a motion.
All right, make a motion that we adopt the 2026 budget.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? Do roll call vote. Greg?
Aye.
Aye.
James?
Aye.
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 I'm an aye as well. Motion passes.
Thanks.
That'll be the close of the budget adoption hearing, and now we will open up our regular town council meeting for tonight. And I'll look for a motion for approval of the agenda of flexibility.
So moved.
We have a motion. We're looking for a second.
Aye.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes unanimous. Meeting minutes. Has anybody had an opportunity to take a look at those? All right. We'll entertain a motion on that.
Make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from September 26, 2025.
16.
What'd I say?
26.
Oh, September 16,
We all stopped.
2025.
Thank you, Ryan, for making the motion.
I'll second that.
And we have a second.
That was a big shot.
Do we have any further discussion on the meeting minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion carries unanimous. Clerk-Treasurer report, vouchers.
Park vouchers, payroll $1,424.48, AP $3,999.45, town vouchers, payroll $26,902.42, AP $117,552.25. Town AP includes the John's painting bill that we had previously approved for the park ceiling project. It also includes my Keystone annual software update, mallet pay application from previous approval, as well as the new mower invoice that was approved also at a previous town council meeting.
Thank you for that explanation.
Sure.
We'll look for some motions to get the park knocked out if anybody would like to.
I'm having issues with numbers, so somebody else got it.
I would like to make a motion to approve the park AP for $3,999.45.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? Hearing none. Greg?
Aye.
Chip?
Aye.
I'm an aye as well. Motion passes.
I'd like to make a motion to what am I looking for here? For park payroll of $1,424.48.
Thank Thank you. We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
And we have a second. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none. Greg?
Aye.
Rob?
Aye.
Jim? Aye. Brian?
Aye.
I'm an aye as well. Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve town payroll of $20,902.42.
26.
What?
$26,902.42.
I wrote
That's
that
what I
right.
had. Oh, now I want to slide your paper
Yeah.
over.
So what was it, 26,902.42?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Strike two.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
26.
Yeah, I'm done.
We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second for town payroll?
I'll second that.
And we have a second. Do we have any discussion on that? Other than Brian having his own?
Yep.
Aye.
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 Check.
Aye.
I'm an aye as well. Motion passes. Town A&P.
I'd like to make a motion to approve
Thank God.
the AP for the town of $117,552.25.
Thank you, Shanice. We got a motion. We have a second.
I'll second.
We have a second. I know Angie explained it. Does anybody have any questions over what she went over? Hearing none. Greg?
Aye.
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 I'm an aye as well. Motion carries. Okay, now or through the hard stuff.
Yes, good.
Those numbers.
All right. Angie, you got anything else for us? Some wonderful, joyful news of some kind?
I don't think so.
Okay. Moving on. Old unfinished business. Tree slab.
So the tree slab is out in the garage right now. Thank you to Brandenburger Door Manufacturing. They were able to use a router and get it CNC'd down. Looks really good. Talked to Brian tonight, trying to figure out a plan to get it sealed up. At this point, we don't have anything in it. We may have a little bit of cost, but that'll be within my allotment to approve whatever we need to do going forward. So, if you guys want to take a look at it afterwards, I think it turned out as good as we could hope. So,
Nice, thank you. Any other questions, concerns from Tyler on the tree slab? Hearing none. Moving on down to new business. Looks like we got a list there. Ordinance 2025-12, alcohol in the park permitted.
so the state recently, as of August, changed their protocol for the way permits are issued for alcohol use, single use, bringing your own in or licensed otherwise. Before, as long as it was in the license agreement and a document was provided of the layout of the building, you can turn all that in and get a permit for the day. In August, they changed that. Now, either you have to, each permit has to be voted on by council, the legislative body, or an ordinance has to be put into place. This ordinance is to take care of that issue. So essentially, the ordinance states that unless you are there, unless you're in a park that offers it in the license agreement, there is to be no alcohol in the park, but under those specific circumstances in the license use agreement, you can apply to the state for it.
Have we allowed that in the park prior?
It has been allowed in the park
Okay.
for as long as I can
Okay.
remember.
Just curious. I didn't know.
I've got a couple,
Not-
different, I mean, I actually got, I went to Columbia City, got the,
So
what are you snickering about?
Because they
I
were, I've
actually
had a
went and
few
got
drinks
the
in the
proper
park before.
paperwork, and unions there.
Okay.
So basically, the state's taking it from the physical paperwork, the way it sounds, to an online portal to fill out the initial application, and that online portal asks you a different series of questions than the paperwork did. And therefore, if you don't have the documentation to back up your answers, then they won't allow it. So essentially what will happen is this ordinance will be handed out to anybody who wants to license alcohol.
Awesome.
Actually, we just, the Balloon Fest, we had alcohol in the park.
Mhm.
Were they selling?
Yeah,
Yeah. 2 towns.
Yep, very
2
expensive.
towns.
I didn't recall seeing that.
8 ounces was like $16.
Huh?
Yeah, it's pretty
You go broke right now.
So, and I mean, it still requires all the other stuff. It still requires, I believe the sheriff has to sign off, or a sheriff's representative has to sign off on it. So there's a series of other sign-offs that they have to do still, but this is just saying towns with less than 10,000 people have an ordinance in place or a process in place to get that approved. So this is our process in place.
So this will be the first reading.
You can, we can waive and go to the second. I will tell you that I have one in queue that's trying to get it for the first time, and I would like to give them ample time. If we're gonna approve it in 2 weeks, if we can do it now.
Did Dave or Tim look at this?
Dave created it,
They
Tim and
wrote
I
it.
talked about it today. So,
I kind of figured.
Yep.
Any other questions, concerns?
Well, I'd like to make a motion that we approve ordinance 2025-12.
you gotta wait one meeting.
That's right. Sorry. I'd like to make a motion that we waive the first reading of ordinance 2025-12.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimous.
Now I would like to make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 2025-12.
We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
And we have a second. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Motion carries.
There you go.
Number 4, Leo-Cedarville Park signs. Tyler, well, so this has come to light from multiple calls, multiple texts. Tyler has spent up to 10, 12 hours in 1, 2 or 3 days on this that should not be a thing of so much time from our town manager on one item when he has a lot of other very important things to be doing. So it is now on our agenda to open it up and discuss. Nicely, give the background
Yeah,
short,
so-
short and simple.
The short and simple part of this is the Parks Department 3 years ago voted to remove Leo off of the Leo-Cedarville Park down here in Cedarville, the Imagination Station. At some point, the signs came down, signs went back up, signs came back down, and then ultimately Leo got painted to match the rest of the backdrop. Right, wrong, or indifferent, there was a series on both sides that probably should have been done until it was discussed in this meeting, but that's not here nor there now. Personally, I think we need to look at doing a bigger sign package next summer or next spring, and that was gonna be my overall goal. I think we need to update our town signage in general, bring it into the newer, more modern look. There's a lot of interesting options out there and fun things that we can do to kind of bring our signage out of the 90s and more 2025. So at this point, I guess we need to decide what's going to be on that sign if that sign stays. Do we pull that sign and come back in the spring with a new sign? There's a whole gamut on the table. I just need good direction. And we will execute whatever that is immediately.
I think the simplest thing right now is just to paint the Leo back in it the way it is, and then in the spring, maybe between now and the spring, we can come up with a design and a cost and a budget, and then, you know, move forward with that.
And to be honest, I want to do Riverside too. If we're going to do that, I want
Well, we need to do them all.
to create a
town.
grant
Right.
that belongs to the town long term.
Right.
I agree. All of them is State Road 1,
Yeah.
Parks,
Sports,
yeah, all of it. And that is going to be something we
need to phase it in within our budget.
I agree, and it's not gonna happen overnight.
No,
This
it's
ain't
not.
a 2 or 3 month
Right.
process.
Yeah,
This is a long,
yes. So I think we can spread it out over a couple of years with where our budget's at and feel comfortable we can make it.
I agree. I mean, if we're ready in 12 months from now, I'd be surprised. So, Greg's brought up his opinion. Does anybody else have one? And thank you for that, Greg.
You're welcome.
I want to agree with Mr. Peck. Paint the Leo back, be done for the fall, winter, and revisit it in the spring.
I like it. Tyler and I talked at multiple different ways of handling it, all the way down to digging the sign out, but I don't think that right now that's really a feasible or
No,
great idea.
We gotta have some brand on it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
and that sign, the sign in particular on this corner, is getting, it has some issues there. But it's nothing that is, I mean, catastrophic. It's not like, what's the worst thing it's gonna do? The sign's gonna fall and we take it out then.
Yeah.
So,
Rob?
Yeah, in my opinion, this whole thing is getting silly. If we, in painting the Leo back in the Leo-Cedarville Park, can we contact because I think the major concern on the other side of that argument was when people go to Google or Apple Maps, the park, they got different locations. So I think if we send like something on official letterhead to those mapping businesses or companies, we can at least make a good effort to do that, and then we just continue with the previous name as what most of us know it by.
Seamus, you got anything?
I agree with everybody here.
So do we need a consensus or do we want a motion?
I would like to see it be a motion.
Yeah.
I think if the only clean way to do it, if you guys,
I'm good with whatever.
yeah.
I'd like to make a motion that we, give Tyler the authority to, repaint the Leo back in both those signs and then, start working on, replacing the signs and getting a new look in Leo in the parks and the entrances in and out of town.
We got a motion on the floor.
I'll second.
We have a second. Do we have any further discussion? We seem to have it before.
I'll just add that Dave wanted to be here. They have an emergency in the neighborhood down there and he can't speak to it. I know obviously he was one of the biggest proponents of leaving it the way it is in the name change. He has come up with a couple ideas that for a sign in the future, or to make this sign, the current sign, look better without the Leo. He was just texting me there, so I just want to let you know that he wanted to be here to speak tonight, but they have an emergency and they gotta take care of it.
Yeah, it's, that's something we might want to do when we're ready to approach this is maybe put it out there if someone wants to participate. I mean, we have a lot of talented people in our community.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, some of our ideas, some of their ideas, come up with a nice logo, get input from all of our community.
And I think that's where we start that Friends of the Park situation, where
Yeah.
we start getting input back in
Yeah,
and we do it well. I don't know what that, I haven't put a lot of investment into that thought process, what that looks like. But community input, I think, is key for our
I
area.
agree.
I'd like to be a part of forming that committee
Yeah.
too.
I think it would be a good idea. Okay, did we vote?
No.
Okay, I was just like, wait a minute, I was going to move on. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's unanimous, motion carries. Number 5, Leo Lions Club donation.
Riverside Gardens, and then there was one other piece. It's very specifically written to cover some landscaping needs and things like that.
Oh, good. That's nice of them.
Yeah,
So,
Thank you, Lions Club.
yeah, so,
couldn't have said that better.
yeah. So it should, one step further, I'd already talked to the lady, besides Stillwater's about growing us flowers specifically for Riverside Gardens, so this just so happened to tail in. I just had that conversation and then, so this money came in for that. Two totally different worlds. all
And that's
collided at once.
where we got the flowers for downtown this year.
Yes, and I've already signed for next year.
Those flowers have lasted the whole season with this drought, with the heat, with maintenance Brian and his elves and whatever I could do down there, keeping them watered. They just flourished this year. They actually grew. I mean, to over the side and hanging down the planter. They're beautiful. So,
Oh, yep, I gave her some latitude.
I'm sorry, did I?
No.
No, I gave her some latitude for next year. It's gonna look similar, but she's like, do you care if I change things up a little bit? I said, you know it's gonna work,
Yeah.
work your magic. So we gave her a budget line and that's what she's gonna stay within. So she's excited to be down there. It really does give her a showpiece in town.
I like ferns.
Yeah, do you? They don't do so hot in the direct sun though. So,
Outstanding. And as we all know, number 6, the bridge is open. It's a wonderful thing. A lot of interesting comments on social about it, but it looks wonderful. It's extremely nice, so safe for the pedestrians now. It's great. We have our opening ceremony on
October 31st from 2 to 3 p.m.
expect everybody there with bells on.
Yep. And while we're speaking about that,
Andrew, that includes you.
What time was that?
Class A's.
2 to 3 p.m.
Alright,
Yeah. We just got invited tonight, right before we came here, and I wanted to put it out here, event, at 3 p.m. on November 10th. A ribbon cutting in Grabill for the completion of the trail project from Matea, from park to trail, or park to, rail, is what they call that trail system. So they would like representation there from the town of Leo-Cedarville, at least one. The way it sounds, I can't even believe the title of this, so I will make sure my schedule is clear for
When is that?
November 10th at 3 p.m.
I go to the full month, Dan, but I think it's evening.
I believe.
Deer season.
Oh,
What
sorry.
time is it?
3?
Is it where it was before?
No, it's gonna be actually at the Grabill Missionary Church in their parking lot, at that parking lot. So. I just wanted, while we're talking about grand openings and ribbon cuttings, I want to throw that in there for you guys.
All right, November 10th, 3, if you can make it. October 31st is the important one, in my opinion. Trails are one. Fall, winter council meetings. Are you thinking of changing our time?
So, no, not our time. What we talked about in the office, this really slows down for all of us, and we're doing just general operations. One of the things that came up in the office here is that a lot of councils only meet once a month in November, December, January, and February, and then pick back up to twice a month in April. And we didn't know if you guys would be interested in that. What we would ask is that the second meeting of the month, that we just try to keep that open in case we have something that comes up, that we can schedule into that slot. But it's not that there's not stuff to discuss, it's just as we get into the holiday season, everybody's schedules get crazier and crazier. And really from a maintenance aspect and improving things, it really slows down for the town as a whole, so.
I always thought it was silly that we had 2, and then sometimes during the holiday week, we'd still have it. and we wouldn't
Gosh
have
dang it, I know we'd have even 3 sometimes.
Yeah.
November,
Right.
December in the
Yeah,
past.
in a long month, it was ridiculous.
So, I mean, our thought process in the office was, when we talked about it, is, go down to that first meeting every month, and then you would keep that second meeting slot available, but wouldn't be necessary, we'd decide that beginning of that next week if we thought we had something that had to be there. We only gotta give 48 hours notice, so we really could come down to that Wednesday before that following meeting and say, oh yeah, we really need to have something. So,
We really don't have we don't have any big projects coming up.
no, we'll have CCMG,
Maintenance Brian is sitting out in the crowd.
She already cut me off, so.
Yeah.
He will find something to wait.
Really, we need to close down the year good, and that just frees up.
Well, we got our Christmas party, Thanksgiving, holidays.
No use to having a meeting just for the sake of the meeting.
And, I mean, I can always find stuff for the agenda, but we can always have things on the agenda. I'm not worried about that if you guys decide you want them. But I also want to make sure that we honor what you guys are doing too, in your family homes.
So you're looking at November to April?
No, so I'd probably do November through the February, and then starting in March, we'd kick back up to twice a month. Just because by March, we really need to start leading into April and May spring stuff.
I think maybe even February start back up, or we can take opportunities on that second
To have
meeting.
these sub-meetings.
Well, yeah, have our sub-meetings, to maybe look at signs, look at positions,
Yeah,
maybe, so that way, because we're already blocked out,
right.
maybe do some executive sessions if we need to on
Right.
jobs and stuff. I think that'd be better, opportunity for that second
We can
meeting.
even do those in the middle of the day.
We like mornings.
Some people still might be laid off.
Ouch.
8:30.
We like 7 meetings.
7 a.m.
Andrew, we're gonna expect you at least.
So,
Brian.
it's up to you guys, what you want to do.
I think, let's start out with November, December, January, see how it goes. And let's try, if we can, maybe, I know you're trying to get away from meetings, and maybe hit some of those sub-meetings.
No, I don't have a problem meeting those nights, I want to use the time productively.
Well, that's what I agree, but maybe that's when we
Right.
can start
Right, that's
hammering
true.
out job stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
but if you want to
friends-
see here,
friends
you
in
can
the park.
pop in during the day or during a
Yeah,
4 o'clock meeting versus a 6 o'clock meeting.
Yeah. see if we can maybe knock out some of that small stuff.
Would you like that on the first?
So the meeting time would still be the first, I think the first meeting would be the first Tuesday of the month, and then we just go from there. And then in February, that meeting in February, we talk about exactly what we want going forward and set our schedule there. We have to reset in January anyhow, don't we?
I send the publication to the local newspapers.
So for our January meeting, we'll want to make sure that we have a plan to move forward.
So, what it means by that, we need to think about, do we want to keep it on Tuesdays, do we want to keep it at 5? Do we have the option to change that, correct?
Yes.
So,
Yeah, and starting
we
January.
don't have to decide tonight, but that's something for everybody to start thinking about, because we're in October, that'll be here before we know it. 2 months from now, we'll be able to let whoever know.
So if you're good with that, I mean, obviously make a motion, do whatever you guys want to do, but whatever you guys decide, we'll make that move.
I'll make a motion to scale back the monthly or bi-monthly meeting to one time a month, the first Tuesday in each month, and then a second possible if needed. At 5.
Yeah, can you specify the months, please?
I'm sorry.
Specify
the
which
months,
ones.
So that'd be November, December, January.
And we can extend it or do what we want, yeah, in January's
Know
meeting.
what the agenda might be.
I like it. So we got a motion on the floor, do we have a second?
I'll second.
And we have a second. Although we had discussion, do we have any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous.
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
So part of that discussion, Tyler, was you weren't gonna be at the next October meeting.
Yes, I am not.
So you were saying you weren't gonna have a meeting. Sorry.
You gonna be here?
I will be now, because I'm not going to Idea Summit. Tyler is.
You gonna get an idea?
Huh?
Are you getting an idea?
Am I getting an idea?
You're
Yes,
going to
I hope
Idea
so.
Summit.
I get 2 somethings credits out of it or something?
Yeah, it's 2 or 4
So
MMC credits.
Should we just,
you mean the November,
No, this is the
No,
October.
this is the
21st
October one.
meeting.
the next one, 21st, got it.
do you foresee that agenda being,
At this point, we don't necessarily have anything really for it. Obviously, next week, we're both out of office, so that's gonna get really sparse, and you're out of town.
So
should we just revise it?
I'm your
to-
first call.
I'm just gonna handle it.
Revise it.
That's
Should we just
fine
revise
too.
it to-
That's fine
If
too.
you wanna stuff me,
And then you're out.
you can just.
We're talking about
create
it.
that.
Thursday and Friday.
So-
When,
Oh, that's okay.
but Scott will be in town.
So make sure he has my number. For everybody's clarification there, it got a little loud. He's out all next week, she's out all next week, he's out Thursday, Friday, and he's out all next week, correct?
All luck.
Oh, if we had someone unemployed. That could come here and sit from 9 to 3. Why do you like this? Pass right off you, isn't it?
That's perfect.
He's liking this.
Sorry.
So I would just make it up, I just say do it in the motion that we're gonna, or just, to cancel it, if you guys wanna do that or whatever.
Okay. I'll cancel that first motion that I raised.
Well,
You're withdrawing.
Withdrawing it, thank you.
Well,
for the-
you can just leave it, we can just do another
yeah, we
one.
can just do a new motion and.
Yeah, you modify it.
They already voted.
It's already voted, done.
You already voted.
So now we can just handle,
This is-
October
separate.
17th separate, it's no big deal.
Can I amend it?
No, just
No,
do
just
a
say-
whole new
It's
motion.
done.
Okay.
We're done.
It's okay.
Just gonna.
21st.
We already
Oh,
voted.
sorry.
We're
This
just
is
gonna
not
cancel
until
the
October 21st. Just cancel it.
Cancel the 21st meeting?
Oh,
Oh,
okay, so
okay.
motion to cancel
A
that.
motion to cancel October 21st meeting at 5 PM.
My wife might be mad.
Legalese, I tell you.
Now, you know what, you guys need to do a motion to buy me a hearing aid. So,
We'll pass the hat.
I thought you were sponsoring the Christmas party.
I'm reading your lips.
No, that was it. All right, we got a motion on the floor. Did we have a second?
Yes.
We got a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, unanimous.
I didn't think you could hear that.
Before we go any further, we're gonna circle back. Dave, I see you just got in late.
Yeah,
I know, well, that's why I wanted to circle back. I want to give you an opportunity. So as of right now is where the motion went and ended was to paint the Leo back in and just walk away from it till we get a better plan to re-sign the whole town. Interest is coming in, State Road 1, Schwartz, Parks, and we want to kick that off in the spring, and we're gonna look for community involvement. For rebranding, yes, yes, I'm sorry. That's where we're at. If you have any input, any say, I know you had stuff going.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna change anything, but.
No, but I
Yeah, sorry.
mean, I'd like to hear from you if you got something to say.
Pete Hall's pet dad passed away and I had to go get the grandkids to their grandpa, so.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so sorry, because I was planning on being here on time, apologize.
That's all right, I always want to talk about.
Just want to reiterate to all of you that, the decision was made to the Cedarville Park, for a lot of reasons. One of the main ones is confusion. It's taken us 3 or 4 months to get it back to where all the maps say Cedarville Park now again. And they do, except for one weird one. But Google Map has it right.
Piping, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I know. The thing I would tell you is there's no such thing as a Fort Wayne Park. Okay, there's no Fort Wayne Park, and because you have 3 parks now. You have 3, because you got the new one. There's a reason for that. It's confusing. And that's one of the number 1 reasons we changed it. Number 2 reason was that people were confused and they were going to the wrong venue. They were going to there thinking it was Riverside, and Riverside thinking it was there, and so that's the reason. And the other reason was, historically, it was Cedarville Park since 1939. So if we were gonna not have it be Fort Wayne Park or Leo-Cedarville Park, why not have it be Cedarville Park, which is, it's Cedarville Reservoir. We haven't changed that to Leo-Cedarville Reservoir. It's Cedarville Park since 1939. And thirdly, I want to say that you disbanded the park board, and one of the things that was said to us a couple of different times by a number of people is they weren't disbanding it to change the name back. Well, here you are changing it back, and that's what you're doing. I mean,
But why is this on our council agenda right now?
why is it? I don't know. Why is it?
Because we've had multiple things happen at that park that's tied Tyler up 8 to 10, 12 hours in a week with signs down, signs back, painting. We didn't want this even on the agenda.
Well, but then you need to ask yourself, who's taking the signs?
Well,
I mean, that's a real good question.
Well, who's putting the signs back up? And then who painted over? the
I
land?
did.
Well, who told you to
Through
paint over?
Tyler,
the
I
land?
told Tyler what I was doing.
It wasn't,
When I painted, I called him and said, the sign was taken again,
and I'm gonna touch up the paint.
and because it was a mess. It was green paint, there was brown paint, it looked bad. And, back to the same thing. I mean, why are any of us, why am I taking my time out to come here and do this? We care about the community. And if you guys as a board keep changing people that care about the community, that volunteer their time, and change it on a whim, that I just don't like it, or change it back, I don't like it, then nobody's gonna volunteer for anything. It'll be all you. Because this is what we do. So Marty says, this is ridiculous, it's a joke, it's, why are you even worried about it? I said, because at some point you just say, hey, world, is it a bad decision? Is it a bad decision for it to be called Cedarville Park?
I don't think it's bad to call it Leo-Cedarville Park, Cedarville Park. I called it the Castle Park
Well,
my entire life because that's what my kids call it.
I understand it, but you have a body that you gave the responsibility, made the decision, made the changes. You say Tyler's put hours, he's getting paid. I put hours and hours in getting it set up, redoing it again, and then repainting it so it didn't look like crap, because it looked like crap. And then, to me, it's like, okay, so now, well, this is convenient. We're just going to paint that Leo again, and it's just going right back to where you wanted it all along. And you got no park board that can overrule you because you defuncted it. And that's the ones that made the decision. And I've been in this community. I helped develop the original town. Some wife said, well, why do you care? I said, in 1996 or 1995, I worked months on the original planning board for the town of Leo-Cedarville. And yes, we called it Leo-Cedarville Park. It was the only park. Well, it isn't anymore. And so I got a vested interest in that. I helped design the zoning for the town. These are people, and Dirk's the same way, that put a lot of time and hours. I know you guys do too. But the bottom line is, the name was changed, and someone's got a vendetta against it and stealing those signs, and I think you need to find out who that is. There's ideas out there that I have, but it doesn't matter. They're gone. Well, if this board backs it and says, hey, that's the key.
Have those ideas of who done it, has that been presented to our town officer?
No, I told Tyler I would when they said they were going to call the sheriff on me for vandalizing.
No, vandalism is vandalism any way you go about it.
Well, that's
Whether-
not, that's
whether we-
stealing, you know?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
defacing something.
Right.
Okay. The problem I think we have is a change was made, whether good or bad, whether we like it or we don't. That change is costing us time and money and resources. And when the simple answer to that would be, what we talked about earlier is doing a rebranding and handling, taking a year-long, getting community input and getting community involvement and dealing with that issue. So it's not, we didn't just make a decision.
Right, well, but I would tell you, that I would bet any one of you $100 that if this board backed the name change, you guys voted and said, hey, that makes sense, it doesn't hurt anybody, you know, we got 3 parks now, it's Cedarville Park, that those signs would not disappear. I would bet you, every one of you $100 that they would not disappear. Because I think it's because, well, I know, but it's because there's, well, you did this, you did that, you know, and I mean, we did it out of care for the community, that's it. Whoever's taking them is not doing it out of care for the community. Okay, and all you're doing is supporting that by repainting that sign, because that's a win for those individuals. They're not taking it for scrap metal, they're not taking it for that, they're making a statement that they don't like the decision, and all you're doing is letting them win by allowing that. Because now it's gonna be Leo-Cedarville Park, and everybody's gonna go, what the heck's going on now, you know? And it's easy, I mean, if you guys back it, it'll stay.
I don't think the motion was to change the name. The motion was, as he said, easy thing to handle right now, form a committee in the spring, rebrand the whole town, because we've had the same signs for, well, probably since 1995. I mean, I believe that's it. So,
Right.
and we need to change that. It's
Well,
time.
I gave Tyler, I spent money and hired someone to come up with logos.
Yeah.
Most of the parks have a logo for the park system. And they have
Yes.
Cedarville Park, and then they got Leo-Cedarville Parks. You can do it on Riverside, you can do little markers on all the other different
I would
parks.
love to do all that.
Right.
Yep.
But in the end, just so you know, it's a win for who stole it, by you guys painting that back. Clearly, it's a win. There's no reason they're taking them other than to make a statement. And if you're gonna make that statement, then, you know, I just say that's a wrong statement to make. Because you're just supporting the true vandalism or theft. Because that's what it was, it's theft. I mean, the guy that did those at Bullcrap, he's done 3, there's another set of them. I mean, he spent hours, I spent hours putting them up, painting, cleaning, doing it. I mean, whoever's stealing them, what's that part of the community? Rather than making a statement. And you
That's what it
guys,
is.
and I unfortunately say you're backing that, they win. The vandals, theft, the people told are gonna win. Because people are gonna say, oh, look, it's Leo-Cedarville Park.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a stretch to say that we're condoning that behavior. What we're asking is for all of us to take a step back, take a year, and revisit the complete rebranding of everything.
Then leave it like it is right now, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Has anybody complained about it, Tyler?
I've had a couple of calls.
They're wondering what's going on.
Yeah, why it's shadowed.
Right.
Why Leo's shadowed.
But you put it green, they win. I'm just telling you. I said, you know, he asked me to do it. I said, no. So I've done all the cleaning of it. You want to do it, fine, but that's all you're doing, is you're having them win. And that's all I gotta say. But thanks.
And then next year, we'd love to see those.
Tyler,
I haven't got
designs.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't say this lightly. I worked on Acres. I helped develop Acres Land Trust, all their properties. I know what signage is about. This isn't like I'm just like pulling this out of my hat. But it is important to me because of what I put into this community.
Absolutely.
And I think that our park board was disregarded in that, Dirk was disregarded in that decision, and the promise made that we're not doing that to change the name, that is winning too, because you're changing the name. And there's gonna be people say, oh, look at there, Dave Gong or Dirk, they were all wrong all along. It should have always been Leo-Cedarville Park. And that's thanks for letting me talk, and I'm sorry I was late.
Yep.
Does anybody else have anything else on that?
Park sure does look good though. Cedarville Park sure does look good with the new park pressure washing and sealing.
Yeah,
Thank you,
looks
Tyler.
really nice. Kids love it.
Yeah, it does, you can really
Yeah,
notice the
it's
difference.
nice out.
Yeah, I know, it caught my
I
eye.
used to drive by there and not even pay attention, now you're like, cool.
Banners, holiday banners, honorable banners, 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 banners. And, it's a little bit off topic, but not. The lights on the bridge, do we have a date? Because they have banners.
Like when they're turning on.
No, I did not. So it is in AEP's hands. I'm hoping by the end of this month. That would be,
I want you to ask that.
Shamball's done with all their work. It's literally AEP has got to connect the pole and set the meters.
So the switch came in.
That's all.
It's missing.
No, it's all there. It's all ready to go, as far as I know.
Gotcha.
Waiting on AEP.
This has been somewhat revised in 3 more weeks. We put it in 3 weeks ago.
It took 11 weeks for me to get the whole pole out of the ground, so.
But maybe it'll be a Christmas present. All right, back on the banners.
So, interesting enough, the bridge conversation will tie into this some. So obviously with the bridge being added, that's 8 new poles that have banners that need to go on them. On top of that, our current banners throughout town are old and dilapidated. And even our Christmas banners are looking a little rough. So then becomes the process of, okay, what do we do going forward? So this is threefold. First of all, banners for the holidays, and then obviously the hero banners. Is that something we want to pursue? What does that look like for us to pursue that? And then I have the final piece of this. We'll be approving dollars to order new. I don't want to do snowflakes again. We had snowflakes last year, but lighted fixtures for each one of the posts going across the bridge, which is 8. So. Happy to start. I guess we can start with the hero banners. That will be something that would happen next year, and then we can work our way down to the holiday banners and what our options are there.
Yeah, I've been personally thinking about this a lot. I don't have an issue with the hero banners at all. Being a first responder, I think it's wonderful. But to take them down and take them up, which we will, all banners. We were talking, she had an idea, and she did, of maybe doing a wall or something that would be more permanent at the park, or something that people could see, maybe stop at. Maybe on this concrete wall right down the road here, on the sidewalk, we could do that. I think we ought to start out with holiday banners ASAP. We have a wonderful, because that'll be quick and easy, obviously. And we need to continue to discuss what we want to put up. I'm not sold on anything except for holiday banners quick. Like,
Probably need to order them now.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. We're probably behind.
Yeah.
But
We'll
then-
get it by November if we order this week, probably.
Yeah, see,
How many polls
Brooks
did we
said
come
we
up
had
with, Brian?
until the end of next week.
How many polls did we come up with?
I think they were on check today.
Okay.
That's
I
why
know
your
you and I
flashes
talked
were
about
on.
it.
That's why your flashes were on.
Yes.
Look at you
Attempting
with
to
all this
count.
time driving.
I know, I'm nothing better to do.
And I did not count on every
So-
page. I apologize. I can go pull it and count it really fast if you want me to.
Just roughly, how many do you think we
A
have?
lot.
40,
It's
50?
stupid. Probably 50 or 60, wouldn't you
I
think?
would think there's 20, so there's 28 between the bridge and downtown.
Right.
Now, those are smaller, those are.
18 by
80
36
Yeah, 18 by 36, the ones on the wood poles.
are 30 by 60s.
So I'm gonna say there's 45 totals through town. Roughly.
Usable. There's more poles than that, but some of them are so far off the road, it would not be worth it to put
More
a
spacing doesn't
banner
make
on
sense
it.
necessarily. And then the thing I don't think, Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, if they had to Snowflake, they didn't have a banner downtown? Or-
That's right.
No, I think.
Oh, downtown?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
downtown, they were,
Because the flake was on the same side as the banner post.
no, the light was on the opposite side.
I'd have to go look at the
The
pictures.
banner was on the street side and then the flakes were on the opposite side.
So roughly 28 poles would use the smaller ones, and roughly 22 poles, 24 or something like that would be the larger ones.
Yes.
So,
And we're looking at roughly $100 a piece.
Yeah, so the
$100
larger ones are $100. The hardware set is $100 approximately. I mean, I'm rounding up because of cost, whatever. The smaller ones, it's 70 and 63. So either way, we're anywhere between $130 and $200 in cost if the town funds every single one of them. So other municipalities, so if we're talking hero banners, several other municipalities that I've reached out, most of them open it up to the public. The town and the utility department covers the cost of the hardware and getting them up and down.
This is for the hero banners.
Yeah,
correct?
this is the hero banners.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Yeah, the town and the utility covers the cost of getting the hardware and getting them up and down. The families that are interested in getting the banners pay for the banner itself. There is, I think, 2 municipalities in southern Indiana that paid for all of it, but so far that's all I've been able to retrieve information
And then
wise.
if we were to do the hero, how long would that be up?
We were talking about that, and my suggestion was what, May through mid-July, just to honor like Memorial Day weekend, July 4th weekend.
We're gonna have additional costs, we don't own our own lift truck, so we have to rent, it's roughly $1,000.
It was like 1,200 or something.
Yeah, every day, it takes a day, so.
So what are we looking at? What are we looking at to find a used or a new lift truck? Because it seems like we've been using one forever. Cheaper to rent it?
I think it's probably cheaper to rent. I mean, I can look into it, but I think all.
With the certifications, you gotta keep on those,
Yeah, it's another expensive piece of equipment.
sit around.
Could there be other local municipalities we could borrow
Maybe.
a truck or
Yeah,
something
look
from?
around and see.
We were
That I
just
know.
talking, I might buy a business, lift and rent it
No
out.
lift. You'd have to declare that.
The other side of all of it is these banners don't last forever. So when it comes to discussing the hero banners, that was why I came up with the thought process of maybe we need to honor them in a more permanent way and someplace that people can go to at any given time, any time of the year, and see that. That's why my suggestion I mentioned to Tyler and Scott today was maybe we should consider creating some type of memorial wall, or Tyler had an idea of even doing memorial plaques that are along the bridge, the new bridge. I like your idea along that concrete there that we don't have anything on, but just lots of ideas, lots of things to think about. We have plenty of time, obviously, if we're gonna do the banners, but we wouldn't have to order those till at least February.
Well, and, I mean, I'm not sure we wanna just come out of the gate and order 45 holiday ones. Go ahead.
I can't, when you put your hand over your mouth,
Oh.
I can't hear you.
Sorry, I just don't think we should come right out of the gate and order 45 of them. I mean, that's a hit, it's expensive. I really would like to see the bridge done up real nice.
Can I ask her a question?
You can do whatever you want.
Come forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you come up?
This, by the way, this is Cricket, and I have actually
Oh, hi, Craig.
emailed and talked with her about possibly getting the veteran information, so that's why she is here
So
tonight
Cricket and
also.
I started talking about this a while back ago, and so that's why I kind of brought it up to these two, and Scott in a meeting one morning. And so, what would you think of the possibility of the idea of the families to be interested in buying the banners for each one, or for you know, their individual banner, if we bought the bracket?
I definitely think it's an option. There are other avenues to get banners for heroes versus sit back there pulling some stuff up. So there are, and I know my dad lives here. I'm a veteran, my dad's a veteran.
Right.
I would do that for my dad. I mean, I think that would be an honor, and I know my people pretty well at my post, and I think that could definitely be an avenue to get them.
And then, you know, there's also I've helped sponsor honor flight people. So it's like, to do that in our community, if we had some indigent people that were, doing so well, there'd probably be people that would help them. I know I would.
Absolutely.
I mean, so if we could get a list of people at the Legion that would want to, or they don't have to be at the Legion, but a list of veterans in the area that you know of that would be willing to buy their own banner, would we think about or talk about buying the brackets then? At least
No, I'm not
we'll be
against it.
interchanging them with other things.
Downtown have brackets.
I think that we should even maybe take this wall out here, offer a permanent and a banner for like 2 years, I think. We talked maybe earlier. People might wanna do both.
Right, that's why I'm saying,
I'm not against
for
one or the other.
for the cost effectiveness of the banners, cause it sounds like they're expensive. And then that way, when the banners got bad, when we take them down, if the banners get too bad, they go to the families. I mean, put it in their garage or whatever. But I mean, if you could find that out for us, if that would be a hurdle for us, it would be a lot of expense, not to the taxpayer.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I know right out front, I do, like, all of my e-board members, we would sponsor all of them straight up. And there's 11 of us, so, right out of the chute, we would do that. And of course, we'd be willing to help any of our veterans who can't afford it.
Right.
Well, there's probably some local businesses that would pick up the slack.
Yeah,
and give
we're
it to that.
pretty fortunate when it comes to getting support for
Right.
our
Could you
veterans.
even talk to them and ask them, what would be, I don't know what would be important to people, the banner, or something permanent on a wall,
Absolutely. I meet my people.
or both.
Or
Yeah,
both.
I mean, I
Yeah.
like the idea of, kind of permanency, but I know since this was brought to me, I've been Hunter Town, I'm looking at all these towns and I see that there's great things out there, so I mean,
Yeah.
I absolutely take it to my people and, we'll support it in whatever manner we can.
I'm not even against our first responders, if they would like to sponsor, or their family sponsor their banner,
If they do that, I believe in New Haven.
right.
Hunter Town does too.
Yeah.
I think that would be great.
Again, back to, I offer both maybe, or see what the interest is.
Mhm.
Maybe it's banners and they don't want something on a wall. Or
Would
maybe
you
they
be-
want it on a wall and they don't want a banner.
Would you be committed to a particular company to make those banners, or could we go to a veteran-owned business for the hero portion of that?
In my opinion, I think we go to veteran-owned, but that's just my
If they
opinion.
fit the brackets that we
The
have
biggest
to
thing,
put
as
up.
long as they're made of
As long as
quality.
it didn't cost us extra money,
Right.
I
Yes.
think.
Yeah, that's what I'd like
I
to see.
like that.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we obviously have established people that we've done business with before that have our size and bracketing and all that stuff and make them every day. But if we can find somebody who can make the same comparably, we're not married.
Because you just wanna make sure that it fits the brackets that we put up.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be the big thing.
There's probably pretty much a standard
Well,
there.
and I think
I
if we
would-
give you an old one, they can make it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not that hard.
In particular, if they're buying their own and supplying it, then that becomes a lot easier on us
Yes.
than, because our quoting process, when we start hitting certain dollar amounts, becomes, we gotta start watching what we're doing, right? And who we've been with and how we've been, because of our expenditure limits. But if they're gonna purchase their own, and we're just assembling a list and putting it together, then I don't know that it matters necessarily who
No?
or where. The biggest thing is that if we're gonna have them buy their own, then we can't clear that money through us. Because then it becomes a voting thing and a fun thing. It'll
I
have
think
to
we
go
would
through-
have to set the standard of,
Right, what's
here's
going
the
on.
size,
Yeah,
here's the mounting,
yeah.
if you can fulfill that, great.
So do we know, exactly how many small and large brackets we need?
I believe there's 28 small brackets and then I would say 22 large, I think is what the number is, but we can verify.
He's asking how many do we have?
Oh, that's what we have up right now.
So how many extra ones do we need?
I'd have to go and see what we have on the shelf out here. We have some extras on the shelf, I believe.
Gotcha?
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you,
And then-
Fred.
Thank you,
Uh,
Cricket.
The second side of that is how far do we want to go each
Right.
direction? So do we want to go all the way down to Clay Street, or do we want to,
Just do a corridor or something like that.
yeah, just, like right now we stop at CVS. Yeah, so right now we stop at CVS, go all the way up to Manning Street, and then from So on Grabill Road, it starts at State Road 1 and goes out to there.
Maybe we start on the smaller side and then,
Well, I think we're starting with Holiday, then maybe get this going for next May, which will be here quick.
Yeah.
I think we ought to think about adding one other corridor, and that would, or two other corridors, and that would be the Hostler to, maybe, Lionsgate or Lakes Leo, and then I think it would be very important if we had veterans or first responders along Amstutz Road along the school. It would really help teach and show a lot of pride, you know, to our younger people. Every day they would see that. And that's just my opinion, but I think it's valuable.
Well, they're driving like this, because Andrew can't go out there and stop them.
shots fired.
Right under the bus.
113's in the.
So,
You'll never stop.
so that's 45 that we have, or whatever that's, 55. If we do that corridor, I can see us adding probably another 20. So we're gonna be setting close to.
So this could be some of our
Do we
second
have to do
Tuesday.
every pole?
No, haven't.
No, but you still gotta figure out a spacing that makes sense with the poles that are there.
Yeah.
So either we're gonna be really wide or some, you know, it might end up shorter just to, like coming down Amsterdam is easy, right? We have those new poles down through there and we can mount bands to those and utilize those. And that'll be spaced pretty evenly down that road. But coming up Hostler could be a little tricky going, especially going all the way to Lakes Leo.
Well,
So if we went just to Lionsgate, that might be an easier.
and if it is not feasible to go down Hostler Road all the way, that's fine, but I think Amstutz Road is very important. Especially in front of the high school and the kids and that whole stretch through there. You know,
Think
and
we-
maybe even past Angela's house, going that way and forget Hostler, I don't know. I mean,
What's a ballpark figure on one of those? Does anybody know?
130.
130?
On the small ones.
That's on the small ones, and these poles that we're having, that we're gonna put one out here, will need larger ones.
Yeah, they'll need larger ones.
How much are those?
It's 98 for the banner and a 94 for the hardware set.
200 for the bigger ones.
For the bigger
And we're
ones.
talking
That's why I thought maybe.
10,
Sure.
that's
But yeah.
$2 grand,
Yeah.
and on Amstutz Road.
Can we just
Yeah.
do it in phases, just so we can generate?
Well, I think honestly, if we decide to go this route, we put it out to the public. We work with Cricket on getting the list of people and see what the response is first before we get too concerned about where we're going. Because maybe we don't get enough responses to even come down to CVS. You know what I mean? Like it'd be
Maybe we get
nice
so many
to.
responses, we got a waiting list.
We got it. Yeah. I mean, and that would be the best case
Yeah.
scenario is have a waiting list or find another road to put them on.
So what do we want to do now? And then let's continue down the path of doing this and try to get it out. Probably after
I
the
think we
first.
should get, at least the first phase, get the brackets up in the proposed areas. Go with the brackets and then see what we can do with Cricket. Do you have any idea at this point how many people would be interested? Because I know we talked about it quite a while ago.
Probably more than we have polls for, that's what I.
There you go.
We love
So-
our veterans, I can feel it.
Well, I know, but that's May, right?
So I think we need to,
We need to go back to what we're gonna do right now for November.
this is two things. So how big of a geographical area for veterans are we doing? What all feeds into Legion, and that's our number. I don't know how Huntertown does it. Like, do they do just Perry Township? Do they do?
I thought it was by resident, like actual long life resident.
Yeah. So when you actually pare that down to 4,600 residents, 34,000 residents for the town of Lisbon, let's round it off. How many veterans do we have that will lie within that? I don't disagree. If we expand that, we can probably do whatever we want. But will we have that number within our town to fill all those polls, if that's what we do?
So,
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to figure out
I
what to
need
do.
clarity,
Yeah.
because I don't live in
Right.
Leo-Cedarville, I live up off Evie, so you wouldn't put it be,
Maybe, that's what we're trying to
Yeah,
decide right
that's a
now.
good
Like,
question.
what are the other towns doing, and what's their geographical area that they allow people to put up within the town limits? Is it everybody who feeds their Legion that gets local geographical area. This is what we're gonna support within our town, and maybe, I don't know what that boundaries are.
So
You know
I
what,
think,
a veteran, as far as I'm concerned, a veteran protects the United States. There should be no boundary on what we do to show our respect to them. That's my opinion.
yeah, and I'm not gonna disagree
I don't
with
disagree
you,
with
but
that.
if we get an overwhelming amount, maybe the first ones out would be our residents for 2 years, then the next wave, if we have a waiting list, would be start going out, never turn nobody away.
Right.
But maybe work with our closest people first to say thank you. I think we need to probably figure out exactly how many polls. We probably need to put something out right after the first of the year to plan for May. I mean, get everybody through the holidays, see how many we got, how many can we get, and hopefully have that by February.
Yeah, there you go. And I would say even at the Legion Post during the holiday season, when you have people coming in, if you have some way to.
Oh, she can start advertising.
Yeah, advertising and trying to figure out, hey, we're trying to figure out what's going on here. What would be the numbers that we're talking? Are we talking 500 or are we talking 50? You know?
Well, but if we go back to maybe decorate the wall where we
Right,
put up, oh,
right,
or do it simultaneously.
right. I think the hurdle here, I mean, it's a good plan to plan ahead, right? Get this going for spring. But I think what you're getting at is we probably need to make a decision on what we're doing for November.
We need to order those this week. You guys are all gone next week.
All right.
And
So,
then I think we still have, this is gonna be on our agenda every month until
Right.
we figure it out.
Well, I think it circles all the way back to, buying the brackets and getting the brackets up first.
So if we put up Christmas stuff,
Right,
we'll have brackets.
there you go.
So that's why I'm trying to get that done first. We'll have some brackets. I don't think we need to decorate 50 poles maybe this year because of cost, but let's get something going. Let's figure something out. How bad are the snowflakes?
snowflakes are fine. The actual light up snowflakes.
Well, I'm just saying that maybe buy so many new, then maybe
We have
get
to buy
those.
8 new lighted displays for the bridge. I was trying to get pictures from Herman's Christmas Land today, and I can go on the website and show you guys what they have, but I didn't get all the pictures that I wanted. But we're looking at anywhere from 125 to 325, I think was the top one. For those, I don't necessarily want to, we talked about it in the office, we have a whole bunch of snowflakes, but not much variety. Does it make sense as you're to intermingle some variety amongst the snowflakes down through there and go across the bridge with illuminating Leo that's going to be over there? So we know we need 8 new ones, and so we were just basically in my thing I asked for up to 3,000 to buy the 8 new lighted displays, and then I'm not sure what we need as far as banners go. We have so many banners floating around that I can't get an accurate count of what we actually have. You remember how many you took down?
I've got them all piled in a pile so we can figure out pretty close to what we got.
But you also had a pile of them
Oh,
out
yeah,
there that never got
they're-
put up,
they're
so.
all piled.
Hey, just real quick, I don't mean to keep beating on this, but for direction for Cricket and I regarding these hero banners, are we to continue pushing forward, gathering the names?
I think we need to
Yes.
continue on both a wall and a banner, and we need to circle back in January to make decisions based off the information that we get.
Okay,
Or if we have to put something out the 1st of January to get more information, whatever. Yes, we need to continue moving forward with that, both options, see what people want.
okay,
Maybe if they're gonna spend $200, they want something permanent. Maybe they want both. Maybe they only want that.
okay.
I think we try to do what the majority of the people want of our veterans. So yes,
Okay, sorry.
Can I just get a piece of clarity? You're not asking us to buy the brackets, just the banners, correct?
we haven't voted on anything, but that is the consensus
That's
right
the
now.
way we're going.
That's what we're gonna try to do. shouldn't really be, I can't imagine it's gonna be a big deal.
Which is what the brackets that we're going to stay up.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
breakfast,
But I think that we need to do the 8, and I don't, if we knew what we had, but we would maybe, instead of all snowflakes, I like the idea of
Thank you.
lighting.
Right.
Maybe save some money if we only gonna buy 6, 8 different ones to
Right.
blend in, change the look.
That was the thought process, is to kind of intersperse different options throughout. They actually have a wreath that looks really good. But our thought process is that we would go in and buy maybe 4 one style and 4 another, and then just kind of blend them in throughout.
That's why I asked how many snowflakes were still good.
They all
they all work.
Well, that way we can blend, we don't have to spend all the money up
If you're
front.
looking to get eight of something else, then you gotta buy 8 of something anyway, right? So
Yeah.
buy 8 of something else other than snowflakes and then blend it in, right?
And I would like to, before we order those, see that go out, whatever you're thinking
Yeah.
of ordering.
So I can let you guys know.
Yeah.
I
And
would
when
like
you send the email, could you send a group text?
no,
Not all of us are really excited about reading that, so email.
we're working on getting it changed.
I know you are.
Thursday.
You got it.
Thursday. So I would ask you guys to approve up to $3,000 so we can get those ordered. I have to order from Darnell this week as well to get them here in November.
Are you calling him?
Yes, I'm done.
Which
Did you
ones did,
ask him?
Yes.
which ones did he choose? The wreaths?
So today's
Which ones are you
Tuesday,
going with, the
and it's
wreath?
6
He
o'clock.
was just blending them 4 of each.
Okay.
So you're gonna have this done by Friday?
Yep. No problem.
I'm good.
I'd like to make a motion that we, approve up to $3,000 for Christmas lighting, for, yeah, thank you.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? Although we've discussed it pretty decent. Roll call, Greg?
Aye.
I'm an aye as well. Motion carries.
Couldn't remember.
All right, and then banner wise, what do we want to do there? I mean, if you guys give between Angela and I the flexibility and to come up with some banners
There is, I think, 6 pages of options in your
in your
packets.
list there, and if you guys want to look at those and send me your favorite, I can compile your favorites list and come
It's
up
on
with
the
a good.
computer. It's not the red X. It's not the X.
And not the X on the right hand
So,
corner
and I
either.
was,
If there's an X, don't go near it.
so, there's plenty of options out there.
And if someone likes some things, please,
Yeah, send it over to me.
yeah.
I had a great idea, but we don't think so.
And maybe.
We don't think you'll approve of our funny idea. We know Scott won't.
So this is from one vendor, is that correct?
This
Yes.
is the vendor we've used in the past.
Yes.
They have all our dimensions, so that's why we went to them.
Yeah, so maybe, like she was saying, if we go to a veteran-owned company, maybe they can spearhead that process of, since they're already collecting, they'll be collecting the money for that.
I think you're on the wrong one.
Oh, I am?
You're supposed to look at the Christmas ones.
Oh!
Yeah, we moved on to
I didn't see
Christmas.
him.
That's why I was like, I kept looking at his, looking at yours.
How
I was
many
like,
days have you been off?
Good night.
He's got too much time on his hands.
Yeah.
You and Brian, man. Councilman Brian, sorry.
And I know in the past, we were told that we were not allowed to use the words
yeah.
Merry Christmas. But we did get confirmation from the attorneys today that we can use it. It just has to be, it can't be tied to a religious symbol. So if it says Merry Christmas with a tree, we're gonna be fine. If it says Merry Christmas with an angel or a
I
cross,
thought he said
that's
no
where we
access.
would get into trouble.
Oh,
It
right.
cannot be tied to anything religious.
I'm that good.
What? No religious stuff, huh?
So we can do Merry Christmas, we just can't have Merry
It just can't be tied to anything
Christmas with
religious.
an I being a cross.
Why don't we be forgers of the new United States and go forward and do what we wanna do and
Then get a lawsuit.
then, yeah,
Because our attorneys are
these
busy
guys
as
have
is.
enough to do.
I'll be right there to defend you.
All right, all right.
Like every third poll, could we do like a blank one that just has like a good Christmas joke on it? See, I told you.
Like a dad joke or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
We
dad,
brought up a
yeah,
bunch of
bad
them.
dad Christmas joke.
And then when you come back the other way, it gives
You get the answer. See?
That is an accident waiting
I know.
to happen.
But it'd be hilarious.
Andrew, what do you think? At least I got never know with me.
I wanna see one manger, I want a manger scene.
Let's look at these. Please forward to Tyler if there's anything you like.
I don't see a manger.
You can look later. You can find a manger, I'm sure.
There is a lot, so good luck making a decision.
I'm jumping back over.
So the other side of it is like the snowflakes weren't the like every third one kind of a different design or something. I mean, you can switch these up, so we don't have to order 25 of the exact same one. We could order, 8 in this design, 8 in this design, 8 in this design, kind of like what the downtown is right now. Not every pole has the exact same banner, so that's something else to think about. Is like send us your top, like 6, for us to go through and try to figure out where we stand.
There's probably not enough time to, like get with the business people and say, you wanna sponsor these, we'll put your name on the bottom of them or something. That's probably out of the question.
I don't know that we want to put business names on
Okay.
the banners, because these are going to be up for years and years,
Right,
as long as we can get them to last long enough.
okay.
It would help our businesses would
Whatever
stay.
you wanna pick, I don't care. I'm good with that, just whatever you wanna pick.
So like maybe top 6 by Thursday?
Yeah,
So you still want us to go through there and pick 6?
Uh-huh,
you could.
yep, and
That
send
makes
us,
our life a lot
send
easier.
us the numbers that are underneath them.
Yeah, the BS.
Yeah, the little D numbers,
Alright.
please and thank you. D or BS, whatever it's about.
Tyler's report. I think everybody had a chance to look through it. Do you want to touch on any of the
Yes,
highlights, Tyler?
I think the biggest thing here, just want to make it well known that the splash pad is closing on Monday, October 13th. That way it'll give it time to get that shut down before we fire in the leaf season real heavily. And this is probably going to be, I say this, maybe the last decently warm weekend that we have. I don't know. You would think. So, leaf schedule's been put out. And as I said, we're working on a few repairs that need to be made to that truck. Hopefully we get it, well, we can make it, we'll get it running no matter what, but hopefully we'll be running a little bit ahead of schedule on that and do some testing with it before we get into the heavy season. I think that's the major things. On this, just so you guys know, number 9 there, storm rate update and discussion. Tomorrow morning we have a meeting with the Stormwater Board. If you guys remember correctly, we hired an intern this summer, Bryson. He went through and completed an entire re-rate, correction. It's not a re-rate, the rate is staying the same. He went through and actually assigned the true value of what each property is. So if you're commercial, from what we can tell, they just assigned a rate to you and that's what you paid. We actually went through now and measured the total square footages of what you have, and we're assigning the rate based on that, based on the calculation. And this was suggested by the company that we had looked at about doing a re-rate, and they suggested that we come in and do this first, make sure everybody, all parcels are getting billed correctly before we would even consider a re-rate. So we are presenting that rough draft tomorrow to the Stormwater Board. Look for that at your meeting in November. And this may be one of those weird caveats where we have to have that second meeting only because I've gotta have it approved by the end of November, so that way it can sit for 30 days, before we can start utilizing the rate, which happens in December, January. So, with that all being said, I do have a copy of the ordinance here tonight. It's in rough draft form. I will forward that over to you guys so you can take a look and get a full understanding of where we're at. We're separating residential, ag, and then commercial. And commercial is, pays based on square footages of their hard surfaces. Ag is getting assigned a specific ERU number, and then residential will stay the same as one ERU if it's deemed residential. So, any questions on that?
If it's a fitness center, can we hit it twice?
Yes.
Thank you.
Only fitness centers though.
Thank you.
They have a lot of
Might
runs.
as well everybody else is out there.
What's up now?
Yeah. Might as well go for broke.
No, to be honest, this is actually surprisingly, other than one or two businesses, is a really, I can't tell you how they were charged before, and this is actually gonna turn out to be a better deal for them. I'm actually measuring their square footages and assigning that there, so.
It's what's right.
It is, and it gives us a standard going forward, it's written into the ordinance, so we know what we've done, why we've done it, and how to move forward when somebody else moves into town.
Great. You got anything else?
No, not other than the plan commission, the zoning meetings are canceled for next week.
Okay. Let's talk about park lights. The holiday lights.
So illuminating Leo.
Yes, I cannot think of the name of it. Who puts those up?
We do.
The council.
So last year.
Mr. Jarbo.
He's got some time right now.
Myself, I think you were out there, Angela,
Brent.
Bruce, and then Brent, Lindsay.
I'd like to get a deadline on those up and.
So we are working on that right now, and we are looking to the light, and I can't remember the exact. Depends on what happens with the businesses within town and how much they want to contribute or be a part of it. But it'll either happen on the Saturday, Friday before Thanksgiving,
Oh, no.
right around that time.
That's gotta be sooner.
So that's when we lit them last year.
I understand. That
So
doesn't mean we have to do this.
no, it doesn't. So it just really, the leaf season is what eats up some of that because we got to have all hands on deck to get them up.
I understand.
So
Maybe the 15th at the latest?
it could be, yes. We can,
That's the goal at the
That's-
latest.
yeah.
I want to see the 8th,
yeah.
but I know that's going to stress the system.
Yeah. So, and it really comes into, we have a few new pieces coming in, and when those will be done.
So we can add more later.
Yeah, we can.
It really, last year just drew the people to the park.
Right.
Earlier, later, and I mean, the place was packed the whole time they were out. I really would like to see them up through all of January, if we can. I know there's restrictions and some concerns with that.
Am I buying the suit or what?
If we gotta get it done. But I mean, I'd like to see them go up early, stay
Right.
up longer. I just could not believe the people that it drew to the park.
Right.
And what a better thing to do than get it up early, stay longer, have more people, less vandalism, because there's more people to chase you down.
It takes about a week to get them up, get them all wired in correctly, and then I think last year we did a soft test one evening and then go from there. So I'll reach out and see what we can put together.
I would appreciate it. It's such a big draw for our community. It kind of blew me away last year. The park was, at certain times, the parking was full.
So,
Has anybody else got anything for the meeting? Greg?
Was it you? Oh, okay, okay.
Anything from the audience?
You have one gentleman.
Oh,
Angie?
get out.
You have a gentleman that signed up to talk.
I asked him.
Oh,
Well,
Oh, okay.
In our meetings, I love the more people talk, the better. Except for Brian. Maybe it's Brian.
Quick question, when is Hostler gonna be open?
That's a sewer project for town council. But I haven't heard, Bruce. Have you heard anything?
No,
We,
they're supposed to be.
we should get that answer.
It was
because-
November, wasn't it?
The last I heard was like, I mean, early on in the project was like the first week of November, but they're supposed to be paving the cross ties anytime, if they're not done already.
They haven't got the cross tie on Poultry yet, it's
Yeah.
getting pretty deep.
So, and I talked to them about that the other day, about getting somebody out there to grade it in and get it filled back up, they were gonna pave it in, so.
That meeting is the 16th at 3 o'clock at the sewer building. Is their next meeting?
The stormwater, or the sewer board has a meeting.
Yeah, the 16th at 3. If you're not doing anything, you'll be done.
I'll reach out. No problem.
Oh. Anything else, Bruce?
No, thank you.